In this episode, we're taking a journey into the heart of a controversy that has been simmering for decades, the global warming debate. But this isn't just any discussion. We're going to explore the provocative claims made in Larry Bell's book, Climate of Corruption: Politics and Power Behind the Global Warming Hoax. Now, before we dive in, let me be clear. This is a topic that elicits strong emotions on all sides. But as always, our goal here is to explore, to question, and to learn. So, let's get started. Larry Bell's book opens with a bold assertion that the global warming narrative is not just a scientific debate, but a political one, driven by a small group of influential scientists and politicians. He argues that the hysteria around global warming was manufactured, starting with James Hansen's 1988 Senate testimony, which he describes as a hyped alarm that triggered widespread skepticism. Bell recounts his experience as a reviewer of the first 3 IPCC reports, where he claims to have witnessed claims being made without evidence, and in some cases, data being manipulated. He cites Dr. Frederick Seitz, a renowned physicist, who wrote in the Wall Street Journal about the disturbing corruption of the peer review process in the 1996 IPCC report. This is a serious allegation. Bell suggests that the IPCC reports were not just scientific documents, but political tools used to advance a predetermined agenda. He points to the cap-and-trade legislation of 2009 as a prime example, calling it a giant tax scheme that redistributes wealth under the guise of environmental protection. But what about the science? Bell argues that there is no evidence for significant human impact on global climate. He believes that a warmer climate with increased CO2 levels could actually be beneficial, especially for developing nations that rely on agriculture. He challenges the notion that Earth is warmer now than in past periods when life flourished, like the medieval warm period. Bell also delves into the emails leaked from the Climate Research Unit at the University of East Anglia, which he says reveal a network of scientists conspiring to exaggerate temperature increases and suppress dissenting views. He cites emails where researchers discuss fudging data and deleting files to avoid freedom of information requests. Now, these are explosive claims, and they raise important questions about the integrity of climate science and the motivations of those involved. Bell argues that the real impetus behind the global warming narrative is not environmental protection, but a desire to shackle capitalism and transform the American way of life. He criticizes the media for promoting a climate change crisis, despite evidence that the Earth began cooling over a decade ago. He believes that this fear-mongering has led to misguided energy policies that are harmful to both the economy and the environment. But Bell doesn't stop there. He also explores the financial incentives at play. He mentions Al Gore's investments in green energy and the potential windfall profits from carbon trading. He suggests that there are powerful interests benefiting from the climate change narrative, and that these interests are driving policy decisions. Now, it's important to note that Bell is not a climate scientist. He is a space architect, and he approaches the topic from a holistic perspective, considering how natural and technical systems work and how they are connected. He believes that the focus should be on developing better alternatives and conserving energy, rather than on alarmist rhetoric and punitive regulations. So what can we take away from all of this? Bell's book is a call for skepticism and critical thinking. He urges us to question the narratives presented to us and to consider the broader implications of the policies being proposed. He believes that we should be wary of those who claim to have all the answers, and that we should demand transparency and accountability from our leaders and from the scientific community. In the end, Bell's message is one of caution. He warns us that the stakes are high and that the consequences of misguided policies could be dire. He encourages us to seek out diverse perspectives and to engage in open and honest dialogue about the challenges we face. So what do you think? Is Larry Bell onto something, or is he just another voice in the cacophony of the climate debate? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to BrightLearn for more deep dives into the topics that matter. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.
Visit brightlearn.ai for more fascinating videos like this one, and naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.